We're reviewing week 5, the games here. Going to talk about the fantasy football implications. Going to do week 6 fantasy football waiver wire ad drop. We're going to answer questions. We're going to do week 6 onward best ball draft in the background. So yeah, just post your comments and questions, and we'll get to them. Before we do, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. As always, something for the merch store. I'm wearing my light blue Walter football t-shirt, one of the fanciest shirts I own. One of the fanciest shirts anyone owns on the planet, actually. I think I could say that confidently. You can get that shirt as well as everything else at the merch store, 20% off sale right now. And you might be like, wait, there is no light blue t-shirt. How would you get this fancy t-shirt? Well, you can go to any t-shirt. You can change the colors. You can go to a hoodie. You can go women's tank top. If you're a little weird, you can go long sleeve t-shirt, and you can go infant onesie too. Lots of options here. We have mugs. We have baseball caps. We have our famous apron. Lots here at the merch store. Go to Amazon, buy my books. The most recent one is Jerks of the College Years, where I made fun of people at Penn State. I was there for 6 years, so I had a lot of writing material. My first book was The Safety and a Field Goal, where I had a top 5 list of football things, mostly serious, but some fun stuff too. And also, please consider super chats, super stickers. It's the best way to support the show. I can't say that enough, because YouTube ads pay us nothing, especially this time of year when we have the beginning of each quarter. That's when advertising is not as high. Q4 is not as bad, but the beginning, like the first few weeks of any quarter, you really don't get that much advertising revenue. So if you guys really want to help us out, that would be really appreciated. All right, so we're usually joined by Kenny. On Tuesdays. Kenny is unavailable tonight. He will be back next week, I think. So filling in, we have a great pinch hitter. We have Butters. Butters, how's it going?
Well, from a comment from Chris on here, where Kenny's looking good this week, I appreciate that. I'm also wearing, we were just talking earlier, that I am also wearing my work shirt. So we're both both in business and everything. So that's good to know. Actually, I'm missing out. I was talking earlier that I forgot to change my background, so I'll go sit back on the bridge.
Love the bridge. We're missing Nuggets' commentary. Nuggets unfortunately couldn't join us tonight, but it's gonna be.
Don't jump off the bridge.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully we can give you some good content, so you won't want to do that. But yeah, we'll get into the games. We have a few questions to get to first. $1 million question: Vidal, Kamani Vidal or Hassan Haskins. It's like I don't know, like how about neither? It's pretty rough. There's really there's like neither guy is very good, and there's going to be a 50-50 split or like 60-40. We don't know which way. Good luck trying to figure that out. I'm not touching this. Do you have any idea what the Chargers are going to do if you had to pick up one? If you're desperate for a running back and like you can only add these two for some reason, which one would you go with?
Yeah. I have no idea. I think I'd rather play that. What's that knife game where you put your hand down, you try to do a knife in between the webs of your fingers? I think I would just rather do that than make that decision.
I feel the same way. It's pretty rough. Thoughts on Brashard Smith worth stashing? If you have the roster space, it's not the worst idea, especially in PPR.
I was targeting him for best ball, but.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah. But in regular fantasy, it's kind of tough. You have to be in PPR. And you just have to have a lot of roster space right now. DeMarcado droppable. Yes. In fantasy and real life. Yes. Chris says, oh, well, thanks for the mind. The Chargers running back. Walt, why is this not on your ad drop? I need to be spoon fed these decisions in my old age. Yes. Cause I wouldn't add either one of them. That's why I didn't put them there. I guess I should have put them on the ignore section, but, I don't know. They're both pedestrian players who are going to be in a timeshare behind an offensive line missing both tackles. So, yeah, they're going to throw a lot. The Chargers are going to throw a lot.
It's weird because I haven't played in a league with a waiver wire in so long that I'm just like, what's a waiver wire? I've been playing more basketball than anything.
Are you doing best ball? I was going to ask if you did fab, so you just answered my question. I imagine Harbaugh will lean Haskins given his history with him in Michigan. Yeah, I thought about that, but I don't know. It feels like Vidal's maybe a tiny bit better, but I don't know. Yeah, you could be right. You could be right, Chris. I'm not completely sure.
I would honestly almost consider like a backup tight end on for the Chargers or something. Like, who's their backup again? Like, is Disley still hurt? Or
Disley's still hurt. Is still Conklin, I guess, is the second tight end. Aronde Gadsden's the rookie. Yeah,
that's probably what I would do. It's just like for a couple of years now, I've been in the mode of, if it's a good matchup for a running back, it's probably a good matchup for a tight end. And I mean, if you got a bad offensive line, which they're showing it's now showing with the Chargers, I mean, you can just do a bunch of dump off passes to your tight end.
Yeah. Stanley asking, Walt, do you think the reason the Giants suck is because Joe Shane and Brian Daboll suck at drafting and bad free agent signings combined with bad coaching? It's a lot. Well, like when you're this bad, there's a lot of things going wrong. The offensive line's horrible. Outside of the pass rush, the defense can't do anything. There's a lot of problems there. So, if you're that bad, it's not just one thing.
I remember during COVID, they were drafting from like their attic or something, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was the weirdest stuff going on with COVID. The boss, 499 super chat. Thank you so much, the boss. Really appreciate it. He says, "Go Butters." Yeah, Butters. Thank you for filling in for Kenny. Really, really appreciate it.
I'm right out here, not Kenny, but maybe Kenny appreciates it.
Talking for 2 hours by yourself is tough. It's really tough on like the voice. Like by the time I'm done, I'm like, oh man, I can't. I have to not talk for like
it
5
depends.
hours.
Are you talking to yourself in the mirror, or like are you giving yourself like motivation, or are you just tearing yourself apart?
I mean, I'm obviously on here, but like, yeah, I mean, well, in any facet of life.
Are you talking to yourself on the bridge or what?
Yeah, that's not a good place to do that. Jason Ortiz. We don't have Kenny Ortiz. We have Jason Ortiz. Start one. Jawan, Mason Taylor, Jake Tongues, as I like to call him, AJ Barner. I like with Jawan, Taysom Hill kind of ruins that. Tongues is okay. Do you? Okay. I would have said Mason Taylor. Denver's weaker to tight ends than anything, and Mason Taylor is really talented. I think he's going to be I've done 3 week 6 onward drafts for best ball. I've taken Taylor once, and I think that there's a lot of upside there. And Jason also asking Swift, White, Rico, Carter, Myers, Terry. My team is too deep. LMAO. Yeah, it's a good problem to have, right? Start one. Ertz and Njoku, Theo, Tongues, and Barner. What do you think? What do you think, Butters?
Not Njoku. Probably Theo Johnson. He's certainly getting the targets, and so just keep riding with the targets. I mean, you could go. We've seen times where where a receiver can get by receiver, it can be tight end, or a wide receiver can get like 10 targets for like 10 targets, but only catch like 3 of them for like 23 yards. It's like, but targets are still targets.
Yeah. Yeah. Theo Johnson's really athletic and stuff. I'm not opposed to Njoku, because you have a rookie quarterback. Rookie quarterbacks tend to lock in on the number one receiver and tight ends.
Same thing with Dart too.
Yeah.
Dart. I mean, same argument right there too. Plus, where's your receivers there?
Exactly. Yeah. Slayton got hurt too, so I would say Theo.
Oh yeah, then I definitely go with Theo.
Yeah, start 2. Pittman, Jalen Waddle, Rico Doodle, and Jalen Warren. We don't know if Warren's healthy. And if Hubbard comes back, there might be a split. So I'd say right now, Pittman and Waddle. Butters, I know how much you love Waddle.
I'm putting my foot in my mouth again for Waddle because I feel like this season is every time I've had a take, like that take is blown up in my face. I might have to start eating my shoe or something like that.
Yeah, it's very rough. If Sticky Ricky's out, who do you start? Wando, Robinson, or Shakir. So I got Pollard in my flex. Will you start him or both Waddle and or Wandale? Is that Wandale or Waddle?
Well, I think he meant Wandale.
Yes, yeah, Wandale and Shakir. They said Spears will get more work. Well, you can't ever believe coaches. Wanda Robinson. Yeah.
I'd probably stick with Shakir.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Wanda Robinson's not a real player. Top 3 waiver wire pickups this week. It's so hard to say because I don't know who's in your league. I said, I even said in the video I did, I'm like, Rico Doodle, as we call him on the show, like he's cool, the number 2 pick. He's probably not owned in your league. He's like owned in 70% of ESPN leagues. But that means like 30% of you out there, like he's available. So, it really depends. How do you? Okay, this is a real fast. This is so stupid. This guy took Puka Nacua. Let me zoom in here. Week 6 onward means the week 5 bye guys. Bijan Robinson do not have buys. So as far as I'm concerned, everyone who doesn't have a week 5 bye has a 1-game suspension. Basically.
I would have actually considered in your case, JT. I would have actually considered that just for how hot he's been lately. And for all the touchdowns he's gotten, what was it, 6 touchdowns in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
That's hard not to just want to snap call it. Now we've seen actually like last year where it was between Saquon and Hurts. I mean, they flip-flop, so that could easily happen probably on that offense. But
look, I would have Taylor too, but the fact that Bijan doesn't miss a week, like that's huge.
That's true.
Yeah, this is like enormous. Like like I said, everyone who doesn't have a week 5 bye has a 1-game suspension basically. In this week 6 onward format, like you have to value these week 5 bye guys super highly. Think about it this way, like if you're drafting in the summer and one guy has a 1-game suspension, like he's not going to drop a lot, but he might drop like 6 picks, maybe 12 picks at most. Like, so the inverse is that these guys have to go 6 picks higher, and obviously you can't go 6 picks higher than 2, but it's crazy not to take Bijan 1. This is the second time this happened to me. I had the number 2 pick. This is the second time in 4 tries in this format, and I got Bijan both times because the first guy took Puka, and I get it. Like Puka's been great, but like he has a bye week. Week 8, he's not going to have him. In week 8, I'm going to have Bijan. I'm going to have Bijan every week unless he gets hurt. So, just if you're doing these drafts, make sure you elevate the week 5 bye guys, and then next week 5 and week 6, and then so on and so forth.
I think about all the people that like that drafted CD too high as well too. I'm like, whoops.
Yeah. Claim Theo Johnson must start Thursday. I don't know about must start, but like, yeah, if you need a tight end, yeah, for sure. Theo Johnson's really good. I was talking him up most of the summer. Actually, between Chase Brown, go ahead. No, because I'm reading another question, so you go ahead.
No, I would actually like Theo Johnson even more against the Eagles because it seems like I just remember like I think it was Eagles versus Vikings, was it last year or the year before? And like the only points that they could score was like Josh Oliver and like their tight ends. It was just like, well, okay, play that. Or it was like I remember when Hurts was just getting started out and he like couldn't play at all against Dallas, and it was the only thing he could throw to was his tight end. So but then again, on the Dallas side, it was also the running back and tight ends that went off too. So I mean, it feels like that's really the hole that you can. If you again want the targets, that's what I would go for.
Yeah, that makes sense. Patrick's saying, okay, between Chase Brown, Jaden Blue, Travis Hunter, Henderson, Tracy, Higbee, Downs, and now Woody Marks have officially given up on my fantasy team. That's rough. Chase Brown, not your fault. Jaden Blue, I don't understand what they're doing there. Javonte is running well. Travis Hunter, Liam Cohen does not know how to use him. Henderson, I don't understand what the Patriots are thinking. Tracy got hurt. There's Higbee, who got hurt as well. Downs, Downs is not producing because of Tyler Warren. And Woody Marks, we'll get to that in a bit. I don't understand what in the world.
I cannot wait for that exact lineup to ship $1 million in like week 17, because it's like second half of the season with all these like rookies typically like start like going off. It's like I cannot wait for that exact lineup to go off.
Yes, usually after the bye is when these rookies go off. Henderson breakout looming. I think so. Kenny would yell at me if he's on here, but I think so. Walter trade for Ibuka for Higgins and Burrow after week 3. Do you think there's hope?
You traded it. No, I traded Ibuka for it. No.
Yeah, that's rough. Why'd you trade Burrow? He got hurt in week 2, Mundo. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Stroud gets revenge. Hey Walter, do you think? Hold on, let me make sure I'm not missing a pick here. Hey Walter, I think you should put up Tampa Bay in the overrated list because they're winning, but the defense is trash. Yeah, they have a good pass rush. I'll say that, but yeah, I'm not high on their defense, so I don't disagree. Let's see. I'm gonna star some of the good.
Rome.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. I should have looked deeper. That's why you're on here. You're gonna guide me to victory here.
Yeah,
Not this.
I would totally pick Rome over both of those right there because you don't want London when you already have Bijan.
See, I don't mind it. I think they can go off together, and you get to stack here in best ball, and plus London has a week 5 bye, so I really don't mind it. And like if you're doing a regular fantasy league, I wouldn't do that, but in best ball, I think it's definitely acceptable. And I think I would take London at 302. Hopefully, this Kever guy isn't listening to us, Kever, because that way we have 3 week 5 bye guys. Like that seems like a great start, even though Bijan and London are the same team. Like I said, I'm not too concerned about it. If London's taken, then I'm going to take Nico Collins. Bo Nix.
Why?
Okay. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to take Drake London, Garrett Wilson also in consideration because the schedule for the Jets down the stretch is so easy, but we don't know what's going to happen with their quarterback. Like Justin Fields could be benched at any moment, and then like that offense could just go into a tailspin. That's my concern right now. But we'll get to every game in a bit. On the bright side, played Underdog Fantasy Contest, won some cash, joining that app, and they're over under DFS contests. That's awesome, Patrick. It's cool that you're winning there. I don't think I'm allowed to play an Underdog in PA. Fortunately, ESPN does have Tampa at number 4 now. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you sold me on them being overrated. Then they should not be number 4. Josh Allen, Brock Bowers, Rashee Rice for Mahomes, Metcalf, Brian Thomas. I'm 1-4. Pitts on the bench, weak receivers. So you're I never know which side these people have, but like which side is better here between Allen, Bowers, and Rice, because Bowers is not healthy right now. Rice is going to be missing this next game, and then he'll be back. So you're getting Mahomes. So I'll say Allen. Obviously, Allen's an upgrade over Mahomes. And then you're trading 2 receivers for a tight end and receiver. Brian Thomas has just sucked this year. He's just really sucked. And Metcalf, I like. He's had his bye week too, so that remember that.
Right. And Metcalf is probably still going to get targets at the end of towards as you're getting going, because that's who Rodgers wants to pepper.
Yeah, I think I'd go with the Allen side of this because just Brian Thomas is giving you nothing. But maybe it's a good buy low. I don't know. I think I'd go with the Allen side. What do you think? It's close. It's very close though.
It is close. I would say. Bowers might rebound. I mean, Rashee Rice, like you're probably still going to get more points with Rice than you are Mahomes, but you never know. Because I mean, sure, Mahomes is like your running back right now, but what if they get Kamara or something of that sort?
Right.
Like, what if they trade for something that's like, okay, there goes his rushing. There goes his rushing. Unless he's trying to like break what Hurts has been doing or something like that, because now it's like, okay, I've got so many rushing touchdowns, maybe I go for it. I don't know. Mahomes seems to be a player that goes off narratives.
Yeah. And good point about Kamara maybe going there. That may be another reason why you shouldn't really stash Rashard Smith, as we had in the previous question. Jaguars overrated too, especially off the ridiculous win. Yeah, I agree. That was that was insane. Two inexplicable touchdowns both go against us. Unfortunately, there's only 1 unit though. Tight ends available on waivers. Would you put Waller, Taylor, and Johnson?
I like Waller actually quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I'd go in this order. Yeah, but the problem with Waller is he's very injury prone, and he's
I would
probably
say Waller, Johnson, Taylor for me.
Okay, I like Taylor more, but yeah, Waller's probably going to be hurt in like 2 or 3 weeks, so just keep that in mind. But in the intermediate, he's going to give you a lot of value. This is a 2 QB league. Is that am I doing that now? No. The guy who drafted Knicks is kind of stupid. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Maybe he misclicked, but he did time out. But if he timed out, that wouldn't give him that player. We'll see. He could be throwing this draft. That is possible. So like even Jaden Daniels at 212 is ridiculous because Daniels tends to go like round 5 in these drafts. So even that was early.
My coworker is telling me that he's in a 2-quarterback league. And he had the number 1 overall. He picked Chase. I was like, "What?
Oh, wow, that's crazy." Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, that's crazy. Where's Metcalf? Let's see. Metcalf went. Never mind.
It's weird to see Quentin Johnston.
I know. But you know what? He's finally lived up to his potential. Like. He was a first-round pick. This is not some 7th-round scrub coming on where, like, you don't know if this is real. Like, Quentin Johnson was a first-round
Are you sure you want Walker when Charbonnet is really eating up on his...
Yeah, because you can get Charbonnet as well later. I need an RB2. This is who would you take as a running back here?
Yeah.
Like, if I don't get Walker, I'm kind of stuck at RB2, like garbage.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Dobbins isn't terrible. I guess
he's going to get hurt. Yeah, I'm going to take Walker. We'll see what happens.
Fair enough.
And I'm kind of curious what this guy's going to do. Let's see if he throws this draft. If he starts taking like garbage, this league is going to be canceled, unfortunately, which is pretty rough. And like if you do a league in the summer and it's canceled, you're like, oh, whatever. Like this like the time limit for this ends Thursday evening. This is less than 48 hours remaining here. So if you lose it, see, he's timing out. He's going to 0 every time. Let's see who's the next player on his list is. Tyrod, McMillan, Kamara. Okay, those are real players. I guess I'm going to take Quentin Johnston. I don't know. McConkey's here.
Yeah.
I like Zay Flowers because of the schedule. Unfortunately, the quarterbacking situation is pretty rough right now. There's no week 5 bye guys here, so yeah, I'm gonna.
Do you want another running back, or do you? No,
not really. I'm gonna take. Yeah,
I think Johnson's fine.
All right, so a nice start here with Bijan Walker, Dunze London, Quentin Johnston.
It would have been nice if you got Metcalf there. Metcalf actually would have been would have been nice.
We had our 4th. We could have our 4th week 5 bye guy. Like that would have been awesome. Yeah. Okay, hindsight is 50-50, as they say. Yes. See, half the time there's hindsight, half the time there's not. Only 1 unit for you at a brief option to bet Jaguars 3-1 to hedge. Yeah, Evan did that. I was talking to Evan via text during the game. He bet it. So I almost did too. I don't know why I didn't. I just kind of froze, I guess. Hey, Walter, what's your opinion on the NFL having Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl halftime show where he barely makes music in English? I don't care if his music's in English or Spanish. I care that his music sucks. Whatever language it is, it's awful. Like, it's not even music. He's just like whining like to a beat. Like it's not like music.
It's a Snoop Dogg gif of who?
Yeah. It's I don't know. I'd rather have like Quizzo at halftime where like people can participate. Like
apparently there were rumors that who was it? Why can't I think of the name? Who's the rock band? They're the metal band.
There's a lot. I don't know.
Why can't I think of it? There's basically going back to classic rock and things of that sort, where or heavy metal, like people would be so interested in that again. It's going to come back to me.
I think so too. I mean, I think Goodell needs to go, and then it'll happen. I feel like Goodell is like in charge of this stuff, and not like he's not like, oh, I want Bad Bunny. He's like, hey, get me this sort of music. I feel like that's what he's doing.
No, not the Beatles.
The Beatles. Well, eventually you're going to be able to have that
right now.
Well, eventually you're going to have that technology to have that. That's going to be interesting, But I mean, we'll see. They're kind of there already, but it's not as good.
Metallica, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, Metallica, yeah. Metallica, I would love to have Metallica there.
Apparently there were rumors that they threw their name in the hat.
Oh, cool. Well, hopefully when Goodell goes, they'll be on. And when Goodell goes, we'll finally be invited to the combine again. we're banned right now. Yeah, Evan did. Yeah, he's the sharpest up. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's the one who got me on the Trevor Lawrence over rushing yards prop and the Patrick Mahomes over rushing yards prop, which both hit. Like Mahomes, I post on Twitter. I'm like, I'm betting Patrick Mahomes over rushing yards, and like the second play, he ran for like 10 yards, and I hit. It was like I made $100 in 3 minutes. This is great. So anyway, yeah, no, that's the thing. Like I could have bet it again and would have hit like 5 minutes later. That's what Evan does. He just like keeps betting over rushing yards on quarterbacks when the team is behind because they're going to run more. Whereas like if they're ahead, they're not going to run as much. So, yeah, it's pretty brilliant stuff. So, while we wait for our next pick, so let's jump into some of these games. We had 49ers 26, Rams 23 back last Thursday. This was a weird game where the Rams outgained the Niners in yards and yards per play, but they lost because of some mistakes. Corum fumbled, Williams fumbled. Williams got stuck on fourth down. Puka Nacua went off. Adams actually led the team in receiving. But Nacua scoring is interesting because he only has 2 receiving touchdowns this year, but he's still on pace for like insane yardage. Kendrick Bourne went nuts. I don't know how sustainable that is, especially with Pearsall and Juwan Jennings due back. And then McCaffrey, not running much this year, but he's getting there in receptions. So any thoughts on this game?
McCaffrey still hasn't been hurt yet?
Yeah, it's kind of surprising, isn't it? He's like the only guy on that team who hasn't been hurt, which is so shocking, right?
It's like the meme of the the Reaper or whatever keep on knocking on the door, and it's like knocking on his door right now. It's like, hello, I'm coming. Or it's like, or it's the Reaper. It's the Reaper with the claw machine. He's like, not CMC
yet. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it's exactly what's happening. It's insane. I don't understand it. A week ago here, Woody Marks would have been a smash pick here. Now I don't know what to do with him. Like I don't know. There's Jalen Warren who has a week 5 bye, so he's interesting.
Go to all for a moment.
Oh, we have Hampton, Allen, Warren, Smith, Marks, Kittle, Henderson, Godwin, JMO, Kraft.
Kraft. You have my opinion on Kraft, so
yeah, I'm up for Kraft. I like Kraft. He
might get sniped.
We could definitely take him. So who went? Kittle went.
Come back around.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I like Kraft. The week 5 bye guy. That's our 4th one. So yeah, I'm definitely for that.
Has Love been drafted yet? Because I know. No. I see Jacobs was already, but you could get a Packer stack right there.
Yeah, Love hasn't been taken yet, so he usually goes like round 9 or 10. So we'll probably get him, and we'll see what this guy does. After 2 weird picks, and then he had 2 normal picks. But I can thank him for giving me Bijan at least. See the third quarterback, CJ Stroud, very nice.
Is this going to get canceled, or is he just going for value, or what?
It's not like. Well, except for Knicks, it's not blatant. Like you can, if someone loves Jane Daniels enough, you can argue 212. And like Stroud, that's too early. But if
he picks up 4th quarterback, then it's probably going to get canceled.
Maybe I think it would get canceled if he drafted like nonsense players like Rico Doodle. There we go. So the one league I was in that got canceled, someone took Blake Bell at 112. So that definitely got canceled. But
yeah, I don't mind Jalen Warren at this point because you got Quentin Johnson. At what point is it going to be maybe Keenan Allen? We don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to take week 5 bye guy. Yeah, that's our 5th one. That's awesome. So
yeah, Rogers always likes to kind of bring up the value on running backs too.
That's such a big advantage to have all these week 5 bye guys. Like it's gonna be great. Let's see here. Pick one. T. Higgins, Jacoby Myers, Wandale, Matthew Golden. I think Myers is definitely the best choice. Wan'Dale's not a real player. Golden, yeah, Golden could be there, but he's not like fully integrated yet into that offense, and Higgins still has to deal with terrible quarterbacking. So I would go with Myers. What do you think?
I'm still so as much as I'm waiting for Golden to have a breakout game, I think it's going to be in the second half of the season, kind of just with, you start seeing rookies. That's when they kind of break out. Because I'm still waiting for like Wicks to get out there, because Wicks has been targeted in like design plays, and me being a Packer fan, I see it all the time. Like he just hasn't caught the ball, and so I feel like we're going to see a Wicks breakout before we see a Matt Golden breakout. So that's my opinion there. And plus, we also see that Christian Watson started practicing yesterday, so he might be back sooner than before, and that maybe puts Matt Golden behind a little bit because they're going to probably have design plays as well for Watson as well.
Yeah, a good point.
I'm not gonna touch T. Higgins. It's I don't really know what Flacco is gonna do in that offense, except maybe just keep on throwing picks. I don't know. So I'd probably just go Jacoby Myers in this case.
Yeah, we definitely agree on that. Okay, I still don't trust. I still haven't forgiven Metallica for their crusade against Napster. Yeah, I remember that. So Packers or Broncos defense? I think you have to go Packers. Well, yeah, I think you have to go Packers.
Broncos coming off a big win like that. Yeah, I could see the Broncos fumbling.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yeah. A quick question if you have time. Yeah, of course we have time. Please draft Burrow with one of your final picks. Well, he might come back like week 16 or 17, so we'll see. Just remember Bad Bunny performed at the Super Bowl in 2020 as a guest star with Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. I honestly had never heard of Bad Bunny before the announcement. I'd never heard of this person. I don't know. Maybe I'm an old.
Were you not focused on Shakira's hip dancing the entire time, like everyone else was?
Right. No, but honestly, I never heard
all the memes that came from that. Like it was like the hips. It was her with like the tongue. It was like everything. It was like it's like forever like memed and gifted all the time now.
Yeah. No, my point is like I never heard of Bad Bunny. We're almost the same age. I think I'm a little older than you, but we're almost the same age. What have you ever heard of Bad Bunny?
No, but like I don't mind if it would be a singer or a group or whatever from another language. I mean, if they're popular, like heck, for a while, what was it? Who was that K-pop guy that did the Gangnam Style guy? I mean, he's still apparently huge in Korea. I mean, like, okay, then you're bringing another audience, and like, okay, he had one popular hit, and it'll get people going. Something like that. Bad Bunny, I haven't even heard of a single song or a single hit from him.
When they said Bad Bunny, I thought like, I kind of made a joke. I'm like, oh, they're gonna have Bugs Bunny on. It would actually make more sense if they had Bugs Bunny on. It was like I think people would enjoy like a Looney Tunes one of those. Remember, like I don't know if you remember this. This existed like in the first years when I went to movies. Like before you see the movie, they'd have like a 10-minute cartoon leading into the movie. And then like it would usually be like that. And so I was thinking like, oh, they're gonna show cartoons at halftime. That makes sense. People like cartoons, I guess. And like I was like, and then I was like, no, it's Bad Bunny. Like, oh, I never heard of this person. To be fair, a few years ago when like what was it, Megan Thee Stallion was performing, I think Jacob was on, and I was like, is this a person or a horse? And I have no idea. I've never heard of this person.
Remember they trolled the song, the SpongeBob song, or the big band or whatever at one of the halftime shows. I can't remember what exactly it was, but remember they trolled that at one point.
I don't remember that. Honestly, I don't really like pay attention to the halftime shows. Like I know people get into them. I don't know. I'm always like I'm going to the bathroom, then like talking to people. Just not. I don't.
I miss when they didn't put the commercials on YouTube like before the actual.
I know.
It's like, can you just spoil it afterwards?
I know that's awful. I hate that. Jameson Williams goes. I have Jordan Love highlighted. Do we dare late on Love because this guy might take his fourth quarterback? I don't know. going to start Charbonnet as well. We'll see what happens there.
Golden,
Golden,
I would probably you probably would see Golden before you would see Love, but then you see Charbonnet there too, so you have a handcuff.
Yeah. Okay, Stafford goes. I think What do you think? What do you think I should do? Charbonnet?
Go to your QBs. Is he up there? I mean, Daniel Jones. I mean, I wouldn't mind Daniel Jones either, so I'm okay. Maybe go without Love. I'd probably go Charbonnet.
All right, we're gonna take Charbonnet
and see what comes back around.
Yeah, we'll see if this guy takes quarterback number 4 here. I don't know why he's taking so many quarterbacks. But like he's had some serious picks too, so it's not like complete nonsense throwing in the draft. I don't know. Maybe this is like a new player to best ball. He has no idea what he's doing. So that could be the case potentially. I don't know.
I think I would value Love over Golden at this point because you already have Kraft.
Yeah, and Love had his bye already. I mean, sorry, yeah, Love had his bye. So
what?
Like, what'd you say?
No, what he just drafted.
Oh, Tyreek Hill.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay. This is definitely getting canceled now.
No, I don't think so. I've seen if people go on auto draft all the time, and I saw Neighbors get taken at like 12th round today. Let's see. Mixon. Well, Mixon's not on IR. So, all right, we're gonna take no cookie Jordan Love, and we have our quarterback. We have a stack. We have another week 5 bye guy. So I think we're looking pretty good.
Has Romeo been picked yet?
Who?
Romeo Dobbs. Oh yeah, he just got. Yeah, he got.
Yeah. I had him starred, and he got taken.
Okay.
You mean William Hung? She bangs.
I paid money for that.
Yeah, it's a good starting pick. Yeah. Okay. So
he probably will be a Super Bowl commercial like another 5 years from now because we'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that nostalgia.
Yeah. You know, like think about like Bad Bunny and stuff in the non-English speaking, like they could have really piggybacked on the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, and really. Yeah, they could have gotten like a K-pop band, like maybe the best K-pop band in Korea. I don't know who they are, but they could have done that. Maybe they could have gotten the girls from the K-pop Demon Hunters. I think that would be like they would get so many eyeballs in that. Like I know all the kids. Like my sister has 3 kids, and one is way too young. But like the two older girls, they're 8 and 5. Like they love that stuff. Like that's all they talk about. Like. When I was at one of their birthday parties, like that's all they were talking about the whole time. Like, oh, did you see K-pop Demon Hunters? Like so, and my kids love it too. So yeah, I think that's probably where they should have went. You know, if they wanted to capture as much viewership as possible,
or if they want to bring a bunch of kids, or if they want to like bring like more kids involved and everything, you could probably just put like Jack Black, and they can do what's the band that I can't remember what his band was called again, but I mean, he was popular in like Minecraft. I know my son keeps on playing like the lava chicken or whatever that is all the time. It's like things like that would bring kids to want to watch that too.
Yeah, it's something like that. Not bad. Who else? Bad Bunny. Anyway, let's get to some of these other games. We had Vikings 21, Browns 17 in London. Obviously did not watch the first half of this game because I'm boycotting the first halves of these games. But like from what I saw, Gabriel was like okay, but not good. Judkins was like just a terror. Every time he touched the ball, I was like, as someone who bet the Vikings, I was just praying to hit that, like they would not give him the ball. Like I don't understand only 23 carries when they're ahead most of the time. That seems insane. And Njoku, like I said, rookie quarterbacks locking on number 1 receivers and tight ends. So I think that would explain Njoku's stat line. For the Vikings, Jefferson definitely bounced back off his horrible week 1. Hawkinson 6 catches. Mason had a horrible fumble. But 52 yards and touchdowns kind of salvaged that. And Wentz had a decent game. Not perfect, obviously, but decent. So any thoughts on this game?
Hilarious. That Akers throw is still actually hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't.
And with the fact that like in one of my best ball teams, my last pick was Wentz, and just the fact that like, oh, that wasn't Wentz throwing, that was just hilarious. I think he was my best quarterback because I think what was my quarterbacks? I think they were okay. In that best ball, it was Gino, Flacco, and Wentz are my quarterbacks.
Oh wow.
I was just like every time I wanted to get a quarterback, like right like 2 picks before or whatever, they just was like, well, okay, I'm just gonna go keep on picking other value and just have at some point it's like I gotta pick like best on the board is Gino. I just have to pick him at this point.
That's pretty rough. Yeah, that happens when you draft 200 times. You tend to see that happen a lot. So that's
And that was before like everyone was like looking into like Daniel Jones and whatnot. It's like I think Gino's better than Daniel Jones. Like, nope, guess I'm wrong.
You know what I was doing with with Daniel Jones versus Richardson is like at various points during the summer, like one guy would get hyped up. So it was like initially it was like Jones. So like Richardson was going like round 18. So I was like, oh, I'll just take Richardson round 18 every time. And then like Richardson would get hyped up and then Jones would fall to round 18. And then I take Jones round 18. So I'd always grab the guy who was going later. And like it worked out in some of those leagues and the others it obviously didn't. But it's it's around 18 picks. So it's not gonna like hurt you totally. Unless you also drafted Isaac Garendo all the time and Will Shipley all the time and Braylon Allen all the time. It's like all my late round running back hopeful guys, they all crap the bed because obviously the Niners traded for Brian Robinson and then Shipley got hurt and then Braylon Allen just got hurt a couple weeks ago. So pretty rough stuff. But I do have some teams in first and second place though, so not like a total waste. We're gonna be up in 2 picks here, 1 pick here. So running backs, nothing looks great. I guess Miller and Spears are fine. Algier, but I think it's like too early for those guys. Receiver, no week 5 bye guys. Except Mooney's here, but I think it's too early. It's Judy, not in love with that. Hunter is okay. Tight ends, anything at tight end here? We already have one.
I don't mind Goddard, but we already have one. I mean,
yeah. Quarterback, I think Penix might be interesting. He's a week 5 bye guy, and we only have one quarterback, right? So yeah. But we don't need. We don't need.
I still on target. I actually, you know what? You probably don't need them now. Pick what you want, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Right. We're running out of time. We're gonna take Penix.
Okay, I was gonna say wait for Rodgers because he's gonna be going to Chicago soon, and he's gonna want to go off against in Chicago.
Yeah, well, we need 3 quarterbacks, so Rodgers can be our third quarterback.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting here. We're gonna be up after this guy, so might as well just take our second tight end, right? I think like. I'm gonna start Goddard. Hawkinson just went, so.
Who's your wide receivers again?
We actually only have 3 receivers. That's a concern. We have Odunze, London, and Quentin Johnston. So a good trio, but nothing else after that. So we can get these guys later. Like, do you want to take Judy or Tucker or Bourne or Cup or Downs? I don't. Right? I think we can. We can double up on receiver the next time we come around. Johnny Smith just went. So let's say Goddard. Let's say Goddard and then we'll
actually Hunter Henry. I was gonna say or Hunter Henry.
Oh yeah. I mean either way. We can go double receiver the next time we come around. So all right. Anyway,
you should star Rodgers on there too, because people might go after him early, who knows. Or Dart. I guess we forgot that we should have picked Dart.
Why Dart?
Rushing ability.
Yeah. Okay. So I was thinking Rodgers is week 5 bye. Anyway,
that works for Rodgers. Yeah, he would probably. I could see him definitely like getting at least 1 rushing touchdown against the Bears. I mean, I don't know if there's any features for that game right now, but I would probably take anything over on Rodgers because that's going to be like an emotional game for him.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so maybe next year the halftime show can be Kids Pop, so Goodell can appeal to his full future audience, and Mr.
With
Trubisky
all
can
the
win
Karens,
MVP.
the Karens Kids Bot.
Yeah. And Trubisky can win MVP again. I still can't believe that happened. It's unbelievable. Anyway, we have what's our next game? We have Texans 44, Ravens 10. All right. Well, first of all, let's get this out of the way. The Ravens have a bunch of nothing on offense. Cooper Rush,
they are just obliterated.
Cooper Rush was so bad. 3 picks. Derrick Henry had no room to run. Flowers actually had a decent game. He was the only one who produced 5 for 72. The Texans. So you can't really complain too much because Stroud had as many touchdowns as incompletions with 4, but Chubb 11 carries, Woody Marks 7, like Damian Pierce 7. Although that was in garbage time, but still, like
even in garbage time, like where was Woody?
Yeah, exactly. Like he was so explosive against Tennessee. He really opened up the game, and I thought, okay, they finally figured it out. Chubb stinks. He's old. He's decrepit. Let's go with Woody Marks. And yet they just went back to Chubb as if like that didn't happen. It was like I don't understand. I really don't understand
upset with that because it was like such a great matchup for him, and I was like, okay, I even texted you guys. I'm like, I think I got to play Woody because it's like it's such a great matchup. But even though he had 2 touchdowns last week, it's like I should do it, and I punched me right in the teeth, basically.
Yeah. So what do you make of this situation? Is like stay away or what are you thinking? What, like if you picked up Woody Marks in fantasy, like how are you reacting right now? I actually got Woody Marks in one of my fantasy leagues and I started him and I lost partly because of that.
Yeah, I was telling you about that before we went online too. Like I texted you right. I texted you before lock, and I said I think I'm going to go Darnold because I was already locking JSN and Mbuka. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, if I'm locking both of those, I probably should have exposure to either or. And I was like, well, Darnold's cheaper, so why don't I go with Darnold? Well,
that's a great call.
Yeah, even with that, that's like I'm frustrated because I didn't win more because of the fact that I had Woody Marks because I had Woody in that lineup. I was like, what is going on? And I also played Saquon in that because I was like, okay, when is Saquon going to get hot? Okay. So, I mean, he did decent. Then I went St. Brown. Well, I guess I should have played Jamar Chase there. Like the only issue with that lineup that I really had was I played Taysom Hill because I was thinking, well, he's a gadget guy. You never know what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And it's better to get early on him than late. So I was like, okay, I'll go for that. I was like, nope, that blew up in my face too.
Yeah, no, I had Marks in DFS as well. That was a disaster. I don't understand. I don't get it. But anyway, let's move on to the next game, which is Saints 26, Giants 14. The Giants were up 14-3, and then they just started fumbling. Like they just gave the game away. So many fumbles. Like I think they had like 3, 4, maybe 5 turnovers. This is insane. Scatterbo 15-59, but he has 6 catches for 45. So solid game for him PPR wise. Theo Johnson, we talked about him, 6 catches on 7 targets, 2 touchdowns. He looked great. Slayton got hurt, so just keep that in mind. And then for the Saints, Taysom Hill's back. Not that he did much, 6 carries for -1 yards, but there are going to be better days ahead for him. But here's the big takeaway. I wish Kenny was on here because I'd love to hear his take on this. Alvin Kamara 8 carries, Kendrick Miller 10, Hill 6. Like this is very troubling for Kamara. But I'll say this: that like the escape here is that Kamara could be traded, and maybe I think it's possible that they're diminishing his workload because they are trying to trade him. So, what are your thoughts here? Obviously, Shaheed too, 4 for 114 a touchdown. What do you think about this game?
I think Shaheed is fine. I think they have something designed for him. I mean, he's your speed. He's your speed receiver. So I can see why he's there. He's designed for that. He's designed for that offense, and I think what was it last year? Once he went off for like several weeks. So it was like
Yeah.
I can see him being kind of a focal point over Olave. Seems like he's got some sort of rapport with Rattler. So
Yeah. By the way, Mooney just went, so I don't. I mean, there's like the options here at receiver are still the same.
I actually don't mind that Iron or whatever you call him.
I matter, yeah.
He's getting targets. Like not this week, but like he's always like the cheap guy. I'm looking at DFS. I'm like, I don't mind him.
Yeah, I was like Franklin.
Franklin too. Yeah,
It's like Franklin. We could take both these guys. So let's go with Aya Manor, and then who's the week 5 by Luther Burden? It's not really playing right now. Wait, who did this guy take? Let's see. He went Mark Andrews, Brandon Ayuk. Okay, it's not awful. I'm gonna take Troy Franklin, and let's hope Aaron Rodgers comes back to us. He's the 4th best quarterback, so maybe he will. We'll see. Okay, hold on. I wish Nuggets were here. Butters hasn't been accosted nearly enough tonight. It's a different show with Nuggets on board here.
Did Thornton get drafted yet?
Who?
Thornton?
I assume Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah.
No, he did not. No.
I'd start him too because he's there. He's starting to get upticks with his yardage as well.
Yeah, but don't you think that'll go away though when Rice comes back? Like that's my fear. Because Rice and then Worthy.
When Rice comes back, he'll be on suspension. Like, has he been practicing? What has he been doing?
That's fair, yeah. But he's due back next week, so it's not too far away.
It's kind of like one of those like you've been gone for a while, but then that also got kind of slapped in the face too with Waller. Like Waller did nothing, and then Waller was hurt, and he came back and had 2 touchdowns right away. So it was like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's get to the next game, which is Broncos 21, Eagles 17. The Eagles led 17-3. Looked like the Broncos just weren't going to do anything, and then they had this great fourth quarter where Nix just went off. You have to give him credit. He really stepped up here, and the Eagles, they were ahead. Like I said, 17-3. They were winning the entire game. Barkley, 6 carries. I don't think I've ever seen that before from a team that's way ahead. Obviously, when teams that fall way behind and they can't run, you get that. But like that a team that's winning the entire time, 6 carries, 38 passes. Like, what is that? It's not like they have some scrub at running back. It's Saquon freaking Barkley. Like, what is this game plan? Like they Eagles really missed Kellen Moore
with that too, because I was like, what is going on? Like, it seemed like it seems like the best way to attack Denver right now is your running back, because like what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with I mean, AJ Brown is just gonna be taken out of the game basically with that defense. So it's like, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah, well, at least for you, Barkley did stuff in the passing game, 3 for 858 and a touchdown. Devontae Smith was the big guy here with AJ Brown seeing Patrick Surtain, 8 for 114. So, I mean, outside of the Barkley stuff, can't really say I'm surprised by anything here. Goddard also scored a touchdown. He saw 9 targets. I just don't understand this Barkley thing. I assume it's going to get rectified on Thursday. You know what? Part of it could be is that the Eagles had to play in 4 days. And so they're like, okay, if we're going to run Barkley a lot against the Giants, which, you really should, because the Giants are one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. Plus it's a revenge game. Maybe they were like, all right, let's preserve Barkley here so we can run him for the just the full package next and on Thursday. So
bring that stat line back up on your page. The most concerning thing I see there for the Eagles is A.J. Dillon for 2 attempts for 12 yards. You traded for Tootin. Why are you playing A.J. Dillon?
Or what's the Bigsby? You mean?
Or Bigsby.
So apparently the Eagles believe they didn't like Bigsby as a running back. They like him as a kick returner. That's why they traded for him. I'm not saying that's correct. That's apparently why they did that.
AJ Dillon is ass. Like literally, when he would literally be on Twitch playing Farm Simulator with the fans. It's like, one, shouldn't you be sleeping or preparing for a game that you might actually be like, what happens if someone gets hurt now you're up? Like, this is, I don't think he cares about football.
Yeah, I don't think he does either. I think Shipley's their RB2 once he gets healthy, but he's coming back from injury. So, apparently it's not Tank Bigsby, which it's just really shocking to me because Bigsby was the better running back in Jacksonville last year. So it's like, okay, so what happened to that? I don't really understand these coaches with these running back rotations. Like we'll get to the Patriots, but Mike Vrabel using Stevenson. Stevenson continues to fumble every single week. It's like, okay, let's just keep using the guy who fumbles. And Henderson never fumbled at Ohio State, but we can't use him for some reason.
It's like I really don't understand coaches coaches sometimes. Like when you had like an 80-year-old trainer on the backers that was like, oh, all my players or offensive linemen are getting hurt. Like, well, I wonder what the problem is. Oh, because you have like an 80-year-old trainer on your team. Maybe you should change that.
Right. Yeah, it's not a good thing at all. So we are up after one pick here. Fingers crossed Rodgers is still available. If he goes, is there another quarterback? We can go Geno Smith or Bryce Young. None are week 5 bye guys. Okay, Rodgers still available. Let's take Rodgers. We have our third quarterback. We have 2 quarterbacks a week 5 bye. Week 5 buys. No, actually all three of them because we had Penix, Love, and Rodgers. We have all the week 5 bye quarterbacks, except for Caleb. And then I started Quorum. What do you think about him? I mean, or Gordon. What do you think?
I think I would like Gordon better there. Who's your wide receivers? Quick.
Oh, available. We only have 5 seconds.
Yeah, so, go with Ollie.
Okay. All right. So we took 2 receivers in the last 2 rounds. So I think we can maybe wait.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, I kind of like Ollie because like he showed like right away, especially against against Buffalo, that they wanted to play him. I feel like they would be more of a bell cow with Kyron than they would with Achane for whatever reason, because Miami is maybe just tanking at this point, so maybe they're trying to do something more with Ollie, get something in the pass game, kind of getting more where Rams actually have a legit chance, like if they just keep on with a bell cow with Kyron.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. Okay, so next game is Colts 40, Raiders 6. I'm really frustrated with this one because and I blame Goodell with the stupid London games because I like the entire time I was like, you know what, I'm going to bet Colts minus 20.5 at like plus 400 or something, plus 450, whatever it was. We did that Monday night with Denver against Cincinnati, and it worked. I love this matchup for the Colts so much. This is one of my 2 highest picks of the week. And yet, like, I just forgot because I was paying too much attention to the Vikings second half, kind of like willing them to victory. It felt like it took all my energy for Wentz to get that touchdown.
That was one of those, like, nudge me under the table. And they're like, hey, like, if you would have told me that, I was like, okay, I'm immediately playing JT.
Yeah.
Like, JT or Barkley would have just snap called that immediately.
You know what's crazy about JT's performance here is that he did not have a good yards per carry performance, less than 4 yards per carry. The Raiders are secretly like 8th against the run. They're actually really good against the run, but he got 3 touchdowns. So that's where it matters, right? Also 3 catches for 20 receiving yards.
Was there a bunch of PIs at the goal line or something like that?
There may have been. I don't know.
Because that always happens where it's like, oh, you have the best matchup that you can for the wide receivers. Oh, PI. Okay, well, then here's your run up for 1 yard for a touchdown sort of thing.
Well, they had one return. They had a defensive return that got down to like the 1 or 2 yard line. So that's one instance of that happened. Tyler Warren, 4 for 44 in a touchdown. He has sorry, I'm thinking of Seattle's tight ends. Never mind. I was about to say I thought Tyler Warren had a great matchup this week against Seattle, but they play Arizona. Oh, my bad. Pittman, 5 for 39, a touchdown. Downs finally did something, 654. Okay. Genty did work as a receiver out of the backfield, which had to be a relief for his fantasy owners because he's not getting any blocking. But he has a good matchup against Tennessee this week. So I think we could see the same Genty that we saw against Chicago. And then, Bowers was out. So we saw Albert Akwegbunam 5 for 36, which is very funny. So what are your thoughts on this game?
I didn't get to watch the game. So, but who's the receiver that we wanted from the Raiders that we were so high on, that Pete Carroll was so high on as well?
Dante Thornton.
Yes. Where is he? He's not there. Like, what is going on?
Well, they keep targeting him downfield with downfield throws. That's all. It's really frustrating. That's all Chip Kelly is doing, is targeting Dante Thornton on downfield routes. Like, he's not like Thornton could do a lot more. He's just he's the deep threat guy. That's all they're doing, but they can't block. So Geno just doesn't have time to find him downfield. And on the occasions when Geno has good blocking, Geno's passes downfield are just so horrendous that they're not even near Thornton. So it's not even Thornton's fault. It's first of all, it's bad coaching, and second, it's bad quarterbacking, and third, is bad offensive line play that the Raiders aren't hitting these deep throws.
It's like the second half effect for these rookies and everything. Coach is like, oh, maybe we should try this. Oh, now it's working. I'm like, yeah, maybe you should have had that working 3-4 weeks ago, sort of thing.
Yeah, you would think, yeah.
It's Arthur Smith. It's like the disease of Arthur Smith. Like, what the hell are you doing?
I know, so bad.
Yeah, that's probably the only reason why Rodgers won't win another Super Bowl, is because he has Arthur Smith playing. He has Arthur Smith in his ears.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say, how does Arthur Smith have a job at this point? But he's a billionaire, so he could buy the team if he gets fired. I want Isaiah Davis, who I've highlighted. Is there any receiver who stands out to you here? Is Wicks the guy you like?
Oh yeah, Wicks. Oh, Watson. Watson's coming back too at some point. But
Watson.
I kind of like. I'm still sticking with my guns with Wicks. At some point he's gonna hit.
Wicks. Oh, Wicks got taken. Never mind.
What the heck?
All right. So who do you want? Isaiah Bond, Jaden Higgins. I've been drafting Higgins a little bit. He's a rookie. After his bye, he could maybe improve.
Well, what about that Flornay guy or the?
He was only playing because Lamb and Turpin were both hurt. So I'm not expecting much from him.
Go with your gut.
All right, I'm gonna go with Higgins here, and we'll see what Kever does. He's on auto draft, as if that wasn't obvious. Okay, I'm gonna go Isaiah Davis because we know he's gonna be involved, and the Jets have an easy schedule. And if Breece Hall goes down, it's gonna be all Isaiah Davis, Braylon Allen out. So I like Isaiah Davis as round 16, 17 guy. Okay, let's get to the next game here, which was Panthers 27, Dolphins 24. The Dolphins were up 17-0 off 2 Bryce Young turnovers, and yet they couldn't score at all except for one occasion. Truly pathetic performance by the offense. Even though Tua's stat line looks good, he was not very good, and the Dolphins couldn't run either. Waddle finally had one of his good games, and he's just going to regress after that. I'm sure you'll agree. Waller had a huge game, and I think he'll continue to improve until he gets hurt eventually. And then for the Panthers, Rico Doodle 206 rushing yards. Where the heck did that come from? I don't
want to play that. It was I see the chalk there, and I was I keep kicking. It was Michael Carter. I was even looking more like Michael Carter, and I was how did I forget about Doodle? I was yeah. It was when I saw that stat line at the end, I was are you kidding me?
I know. I was kicking myself because
I didn't do it.
We saw the bad run defense from the Dolphins on Monday night. That it should have been such an obvious play. I completely missed it. I don't know why I missed it, but I'm gonna try to be better, I guess. And maybe I'll keep blaming Goodell for having these stupid early games. Anything else stand out to you here?
Not really. Well, Bryce Young is starting to kind of play a little bit better, which I'm surprised, but maybe it was just a soft schedule.
Yeah, I think it's Miami's defense. I'm not gonna say Bryce Young's improved it. I need to see more evidence of that. Malik Neighbors just went, by the way. This is why I like drafting at night. You have like these auto drafters, I guess, because like they fall asleep waiting for the draft to start. You get your team is just so much better at night. I love it.
Okay, I want to see. Go back there. I want to see this Belangio or whatever. Strange, Thornton, Johnson, Bryce Young, Flacco. Like, what else is this guy drafting?
Okay, so JSN, but Lamb, Scatabo, Debo, Mason, who is going to lose his job to Jones in a couple weeks. Then we have Mayfield, then Godwin as a waste of a pick. Henderson, maybe decent value around 8.
Going on?
Keon Coleman, Gainwell, but then he took 4 receivers and 5 picks. Ertz, Henry, Strange, Juwan Johnson. He did take Thornton, then Young and Flacco. I actually did take Flacco as my 3rd quarterback in one of these drafts because like there's no one else. And like, you know what? Maybe Flacco will connect with Chase and stuff like that. But
I'm so confused at what he's doing.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's an auto draft or maybe he's on drugs. I don't know. That could be one or the other. There you go. Mac Jones. You need your 4th quarterback just in case the other 3 don't work out.
Oh my gosh. But sometimes you just like watching people draft them, like it's giving me a headache just to see what you're doing.
I love it. Look, I mean, this is gonna make our team better. And yeah, you're gonna be like, yeah, okay, this makes most of the teams better in this league. Not this first guy, but most of these teams better. And that's true, but the 2 people who come out of this league are just going to have an edge because they're going to be better than the winners of some of the other leagues because we have better players. So, I'm not going to complain. That's why I like drafting better at night. Like I said, just you get the crazies. I feel like people are either drunk or asleep, and that's why like we have better teams here. We only have 6 receivers. We need like maybe 1 or 2 more. Definitely at least 1, maybe 2. We have 3 picks left, and we need a 3rd tight end. So there's Kmet, Gaston, Sanders. I think we can wait for Higbee. Receivers, there's De'Ami Brown, who I don't mind. Zacchaeus, I don't mind at all. He's week 5 bye guy. He's starting right now. Turpin would be back soon. He's kind of interesting a little bit. Like I like Brown, like not Tolbert.
Going down, I saw a couple that Tesla.
Yeah, we could take him. We need 2 receivers, I think. I did start Keaton Mitchell though, because Henry goes down. I think he can go off. Although
honestly, I would say Justice Hill.
I think he's gone.
Oh, really? I drafted him a bunch actually in my best balls, and I got rewarded for it last week, or not last week, the week before. But
we're gonna go.
He's always part of that offense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Zacchaeus, and then Tesla. Just because Zacchaeus is a week 5 bye guy, and he's starting right now. So and then Tesla. Let's go him, and then we need a tight end at the end. That's it.
I still kind of like Theo there, but we'll see what comes back around.
Theo's way gone. He's
oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah, he went much earlier.
Giuseppe maybe a Fant. Well, I guess you got too.
Yeah, I like Higbee. Fryermuth's okay. Week 5 bye guy. There's all these guys are okay. All right, let's go to the next game. We have Cowboys 37, Jets 22. This is so disappointing. Like the most disappointing result for me, I think this week. Like I thought the Jets would have a good game. Dallas' defense is atrocious.
I agree.
Dallas is missing 4 offensive linemen. Like how did the Jets not stop the Cowboys? I know Dak is playing out of his mind, but Dak's top receivers outside of Pickens are and Ferguson, Flournoy and Hunter Lipke. Like, come on. How do you not stop this offense? Javonte Williams runs for 135 and a touchdown. Like, what a disgrace. Like, I think the most telling play of this game, and like when it was obvious the Jets just gave up, was right before halftime. Like the Cowboys had the ball on their own 35, I think, or it was like something like that. And then it was like maybe even the 30 or something, but like they were just gonna run the ball out because like they had like 15 seconds and no timeouts or one timeout or something. I think they're just going to run the clock out. And then they just give Javonte Williams the ball and he runs for 66 yards. Like the Jets just like, it was obvious they're going to run and they couldn't stop it. Like it was so bad. I just like no words for how poorly coached the team is. Like the low effort, just really embarrassing for Aaron Glenn. Like Aaron Glenn might be one and done. this is awful. If you look at the stats,
Chris also had the best comment of the night.
Yeah.
Is Mark Sanchez available for your final pick?
So nice. I wasn't looking.
Like now, now, like the butt fumble just may not be important anymore. Now it's just what he did over the weekend is like everything about that now.
Yeah, imagine the butt fumble not being the most embarrassing moment of your life. Like, geez.
I was listening to the radio of what was going on, and I was like, "This guy did that? What?"
Yeah, it was so crazy. Like throughout the whole day, like at first you heard that he was stabbed. And all I saw on Twitter was like people going like, "Oh, I know Mark Sanchez. He's a great guy," and then like quickly went away once he found out what really happened. But like that's all I saw. I was like, "Oh, it couldn't happen to to a worse situation." Like such a great guy, like amazing person. That's all people were saying the whole time. And then like none of that after that. it's like yeah, let's just simmer down on that. Chris says Aaron Glenn appears to be in the same boat as Nathaniel Hackett. Yeah, I agree. This team commits so many dumb penalties, looks lost. Sauce's regression is concerning too. Yeah, Sauce Gardner looks awful. Like the whole Jets defense looks terrible. I don't get how he's that bad of a coach. Like I thought he'd be a good coach, but yeah, I guess not.
An organization cannot figure out how to change like just the main philosophy of their team. It's like, what needs to be done to that team to just like, all right, we're just going to gut everyone, start over and just be like, okay, we may suck for a couple of years, but let's figure it out sort of thing.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, in the NFL, you can turn things around quickly. Like they have some good young players, like Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. They have Quinn Williams still young. Sauce Gardner still young. Like they have young players. Their offensive line, there's two tackles they have. Like you can build around that. The center's good. Like they have some good pieces. They're not totally lost. They need a quarterback badly, but they can get Dante Moore, number 1 overall. Like that's a good starting point. Just get a good coach, get a good quarterback, and make sure you hit on most of your other picks, and you could be turned around, and you could be like playoff competitive in 2 years. Like look, the Patriots, like they were dreadful. They got Drake May, then they brought in Vrabel, they brought in some other guys, Will Campbell. Like now they look like a playoff team. It only took 2 years. So like the Jets could turn things around in 2 years if they hit on the quarterback. By the way, Higbee went. Oh, I need my 5th tight end here. Let me take Tyler Higbee because I just in case my other 4 tight ends don't pan out. we need Tyler Higbee here. And by the way, this is funny too. Sanders and Shuck. Like I can understand drafting one of them for the lulls, but like both. And he took Josh Allen too. It's like what? If you have Josh Allen, why do you need 2 late round quarterbacks? This draft is a disaster. Like half these drafters are just like I said, either asleep or
you almost need to do a second one just to see can this get any worse.
Yeah, seriously. Dylan Sampson goes. All right. Well, we need a tight end here. Let's
okay. Just second, I guess there. So.
All right. Well, Fan's still here. Fan is a real player. And he is Flacco now. He didn't do anything last week. I don't know why. Did anything happen? He came back from concussion. He played only 15 snaps. Okay. Well, I'm sure he'll bounce back. I don't know. I'm gonna start Fans. There's Ferguson, Freiermuth's not doing much either.
Laughlin still doesn't do anything. There is that might be your best bet, to be completely honest.
Is that Fant or Freiermuth?
Fant.
What's Freiermuth? Yeah, Freiermuth's not doing anything. All right. Yeah, I'll draft fans here. Okay, and then we have this last guy. So my team ended up being, let's look at the running backs. We have Bijan, Kenneth Walker, Jalen Warren, Zach Charbonnet. Two of those guys week 5. As I've been saying, like everyone else has a 1-game suspension. If you don't have week 5 bye. And then like 2 late round guys in Gordon and Davis. Receivers are top heavy with the Doomsday London and Johnson. Then we didn't draft the receiver until much later. We got Io Manor, Franklin, Higgins, Zacchaeus, Tesla. Some of those guys have upside. We'll see. If we have injuries at receiver, it could be problematic, but we'll see. Tight end Tucker Kraft is a nice one because he is also week 5 by Dallas Goddard. And then whatever with the fan. Our quarterbacks are Jordan Love and Penix, and Rodgers. Not amazing, but they all have week 5 buys. So we're going to get all 3 of them each week, and all we need is for one to have like 17 to 20 points each week, and we'll be fine. So not a bad draft here.
Rodgers with Warren, so I mean, he's a pass catching back. So
yeah, I think we stacked everything. We have Love, we have Kraft with Love, we have Penix. We took Drake London. I think that's the only Atlanta guy Bijan, obviously. And then with Rodgers, we took Jalen Warren. So yeah, I like that we stacked. This league is unfortunately it's not 2 million the first, it's 10,000 the first, which I'll still take. It's I like this team. It's a good team. We have a lot of week 5 buys, and I think it's gonna be a winner for sure. Especially,
I feel like you have potential over like 4. I feel like you can already cross off like 4 teams already. So
I know.
So it's like okay.
Yeah. Some of these teams are just atrocious. I don't know what they're doing. So, well, at the very worst, we'll be like 7th or 6th place. So, hopefully we can get a top 2 finish. You never know with injuries, but at least we have a big miss on Johnny Muntz. The Jaguars, because Brenton Strange and IR. It's true. I didn't think that. I should have looked at the comments. Like, I don't have these on the same window. I have to keep going back and forth here. I blame StreamYard. I'm really blaming everything tonight. Dom says Javonte made me pay for in fantasy due to the Jets' lack of effort or care. Yeah, I think I went against Javonte in one of my leagues too. That was unfortunate. That was the Jets' effort was so bad. It could be a disaster in Denver if they lose like 52-0. Is Glenn fired there? What do you think?
I'm surprised he hasn't been fired yet.
Yeah, it's true.
He should have got fired after Rodgers beat them.
Yeah.
That was a Super Bowl game, basically.
Yeah. Seriously. Well, at least that was a close game, Like they gave no effort against the Cowboys. Like they 0 effort. Like that was so pathetic. 90%, 5% of the time, you should not look at my comments. I have to throw in a curveball every now and then, keep you guessing. Well, I appreciate those curveballs, Chris. That was, I was complete miss on Monday. I should have drafted him. That was a bad call. Whatever. Maybe Fan will have a couple touchdowns. We'll see. Okay, so let's finish out these games. The next one is Buccaneers 38, Seahawks 35. We touched on this a little bit already. You mentioned you played Darnold, so that was a great call. 35 fantasy points. Like he was awesome. Mayfield was just as great. 4 incompletions for Mayfield. It's insane. 6 incompletions for Darnold. Just goes to show that maybe you shouldn't give up on quarterbacks right away because these guys both bounced around. And Carolina had both of them. Carolina had one of them right now, they'd be extremely happy, and they had both, and they just let both of them go.
So I kind of want to take a moment just to mention what I did to make me think about this game.
Yeah,
because everyone was kind of thinking oh well, Tampa's got a good this about their defense. I think even you wrote up too about the running defense and all that, and I was okay, well, but if you think about that. Their offense is going to be streamlined through JSN, which already is pretty much on that, and then you've got Mbuka because you've already got more injuries there on that team. So it's okay, well, if you're going to keep pushing it, probably want one of those 2 quarterbacks if they go off. And then I look back for whatever reason, I was looking back in prior weeks, and I was week 6 of last year, for whatever reason, I've been kind of looking at is there some sort of weird trend. I just happened to look at the optimal lineup there, and it was okay, 2 wide receivers just go completely nuts in that week. I'm all right, doesn't hurt. I'll play a lineup like that. It just goes off. So I was oh, maybe I mean, blind nut finds or blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, sort of thing. So I was like, oh great, I guess I was on the right. I guess I was on the right track.
Well, I mean, no, you're definitely on the right track, and for everything except the running backs. Like I don't understand like the Woody Mark stuff. We talked about that, and Barkley only getting 6 carries. Like I feel like if the coaches were smarter, like the Eagles, like, oh, we're ahead, let's run Barkley, and the Texans are like, oh, we have this talented rookie running back, let's use him instead of Chubb.
Yeah.
Like I feel like
I had like a fabulous decision making, and it was just didn't get rewarded for it.
Yeah,
so I was just like so frustrated with it.
Yeah, it's really frustrating, man. That sucks. Like your lineup was awesome. Otherwise, it's if you're this close, you're going to get there eventually. So, I believe in that. So
if I'm looking at my stupid little thoughts here, let's look at week 7. So what happened in week 7 of last year? So if I keep going down the trend, for whatever reason, I don't know why I skipped a week, but that's just how I was looking at it. So
wait. So why week 7? Because it's week 6.
Because I looked at week 6 from last year for last week.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know why that's just how it is. It's like, all right, if that worked here, then just shift another week again. Okay. So week 7 of last year. Oh, Marcus Mariota was your quarterback because Jane Daniels got hurt that game.
Yep, that was the Carolina game. Yeah.
So which quarterback is going to get hurt this week?
Good luck figuring that one out. I don't know. That's impossible to guess who's going to get hurt.
Nothing kind of seems out of the ordinary, sort of thing. I mean, you have. Yeah, I think I could also just be kind of a fluke what it was. I mean, your big game was probably Detroit versus Minnesota, where it was 31-29.
Yeah.
You had Jamar Gibbs to go off.
Yeah, it was a good game.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's something to think about for sure. For this game, we bet Walker under 51.5 rushing yards because Tampa just doesn't allow 50-yard rushers, and like he only had 10 carries and he ripped off 2 big runs just like randomly. It's so frustrating.
Well, all the time that Charbonnet is on the field too.
Yeah. Charbonnet one fewer touch than Walker, so it's that's definitely has to be frustrating for anyone who has Walker. And then for the Bucks, Rashad White, he out touched Tucker 14-3 on the ground, 2 touchdowns, taking Bucky Irvin's place. Ibuka was a monster. He is the clear-cut rookie of the year favorites on offense. I think he's like plus 135 right now, and the next guy's like plus 500. Hopefully that lasts because we bet Ibuka 40-1 to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So that would be a nice payout. So any other thoughts on this game? So you mentioned this game a bunch. Anything else?
You got Barner that went off too.
Yeah, Barner. Yeah, Barner 753 and 2 touchdowns. I don't know how I don't know like how reliable that's going to be. He's he's more of the blocking sort of guy. But
he's getting targets though.
Yeah, he is, and that's kind of like throwing me off because I thought that Arroyo would be the guy who getting the receptions and Barner blocking.
But Darnold did that. Darnold did that at Minnesota too. He just locked in on a couple guys, and that's just who he's going to go after. So it's kind of like if that's your kind of quarterback, like how Rodgers did with Devontae Adams. It was like, okay, you just play him because you're going to get the targets.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Barner is definitely worth picking up. I like Theo Johnson more, but Barner is certainly worth adding. Next game, Titans 22, Cardinals 21. Oh my God, I've like PTSD from this game. This is my other big bet of the week, and it looked great when the Cardinals were up 21-6. Even looked even better when it was 28-6, but that didn't last because DeMarcado fumbled the ball or dropped the ball like 1 inch shy of the goal line, like an idiot. Because the week before, Adonai Mitchell did the same thing. So the coaches spoke about that. Like that's what they do. And I think that's why Jonathan Gannon was so angry because I assume that he just kind of emphasized that during the week. He's like play till the whistle, like play till the plays that whatever. and like the Mercado's just like rips off this great run, 71-yard run. It drops the ball like a moron. And the Cardinals, I feel like the Titans wouldn't have given up at that point, being down 28-6, but 21-6, they still had life and they pressed forward. And then they had, Cam Ward had that interception that was fumbled and then kicked into the end zone. And of course, like there's 4 guys there, but the one Titan guy gets a Tyler Lockett. And that was that. That was one of the worst beats of my life. And I don't know what to say. It feels like every single week we have something like this. Like 2 weeks ago, we had the Eagles coming back from 26-7, blocking the field goal, returning for a touchdown. Like I thought that was awful. Like this may have been even worse. So what are your thoughts here? I'm done with this.
Yeah. The only thing I can say about the Cardinals is I just picked up their schedule, and I realized there's a very important game coming up in a few weeks for them, which is Cardinals at Cowboys. And even though they are not divisional rivals, for whatever reason, the Cardinals absolutely hate the Cowboys. It's like
they used to be divisional rivals. Yeah, they used to be divisional rivals. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just absolutely hate the Cowboys, and so it's just like go nuts with the Cardinals for what. Like I don't live in the betting state, but I would bet whatever whatever money line on the Cardinals because they just absolutely hate the Cowboys.
I think it's because there are a lot of Cowboys fans in Arizona, and so they probably see that because like they used to be divisional rivals, and like I don't know. If you live in Arizona, maybe you're just like, oh, this team sucks. Let me root for Dallas instead. You know, I don't. Maybe that's it.
Like they could have a terrible season, but they'll get up just for like this one game. And even if you lose like the money line, it's like it's such like a big game for them. Kind of like how like the Steelers and Jets were week 1. It was just like they're just so prepared for that game.
Yeah. Paris says, I told you planted that seed of the Panthers and the Cardinals. Man, this is rough. Gainwell or Vidal, I need to drop one. Okay, so this is a drop question. I assume Warren is going to come back this week. We drafted Warren, so let's look at his status here. What are they saying about Warren?
Can you drop
yeah, right. He participated in individual drills. So it looks like there's a good chance he's back. So I think you can drop Gainwell. But really, like if you're considering Gainwell starting him, if Warren's out, like if you're that desperate running back, I think you just drop Vidal at that point. I don't know.
Try trade him. I kind of like Vidal a little bit more just because being a Packer fan, like I've come to realize like Rodgers just has his favorite players and that's who he's going to go after. So he's probably like, okay, Warren's my guy for the thing, so I don't care if Gainwell's out there. It's like, okay, you make it a couple plays, whatnot, but if Warren's out there, I'm just going to go to like DK Metcalf or something else.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
but then I guess you also have Arthur Smith that just was like, whatever, I'm going to throw Gainwell out there.
Right.
Like I don't care that you want Warren. Gainwell's out here.
Yeah, you can't ever trust this guy.
It's like that's like Rodgers' one kryptonite. It's like I'm going to make the play calls. It's like it's like an ego trip between the two. It's like no, I am Arthur Smith. I'm going to tell you what to do.
I would thought that maybe Arthur Smith would mellow out a little bit after he became a billionaire, like a multi-billionaire. But apparently not. Like, it just got worse.
I just want to see Rodgers and Arthur Smith just go at it. It's like on the sidelines one of these times. It's like, this is what we've needed. I will pay money to watch this.
Right. LOL PTSD from this game is still recovering from it. I don't think it could get worse after the Rams-Eagles last field goal debacle. Double down on the PTSD. Yeah. We had so many bad beats, like the Panthers blowing it was a 27-6 lead against the Panthers. The Cardinals blowing the lead against the Panthers because they allowed a 4th and 16 conversion to someone named Bryson Tremaine. Like they had that. The Jaguars refusing to kick a field goal on 4th and 5, which would have covered us against the Bengals. Like it's just, I wrote this on the site. It's like every single week we have just like $1,000 just downfall where it's a swing of $1,000, whereas like because it's a 5-unit bet, so like if you lose the 500. If you would have won, you gain the 500, so the difference is $1,000. So like it's $1,000 difference like every single week with these bad beats. And like it's one thing if I handicap it poorly, like I can try to fix that, Like, it's another thing to like get it perfect and then lose on like randomness. Just it's so frustrating.
Like, just
Stanley,
do the opposite. Just don't think, do the opposite.
no, I know. I look, it worked for George
Thinking is,
Costanza. I'm not.
as Nuggets would always tell me, thinking is overrated.
I'm not gonna be like George Costanza. I like that worked for him, doing the opposite work for him. But I want to know then handicapping these games perfectly, because like it's not, the bad luck's not going to continue. Like it's ridiculous if it does, and if it does, I'm gonna have a hell of a book to write. The year of the bad bee, which I'm already planning. Stanley's saying, "Hey Walter and Butters, why is the public is now jumping off Arch Manning? I don't think he's trash. I think Steve Sarkisian's system is not for him." Well, I'm hearing that they're trying to float the idea out there that he's adopted now. Like they that's where they're gonna go. Like, this guy's not really one of us. He's adopted. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I mean, look, he could get better. We'll see. He's still young. But then again, like, this could be like the whole nepotism thing. It's like, yeah, because like 3 of these guys are awesome doesn't mean Arch is gonna be great. It's kind of like you have Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Rodgers, for example. Like there are father-son pairings that don't really pan out. There are siblings pairings that don't pan out. So it doesn't mean Arch Manning's gonna be good. He just had the name and the potential, but he's not lived up to it yet. But he could. It's still early. So the drop Judy for Shaheed or Golden. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. I like Shaheed. I would go Shaheed over Golden.
I think Shaheed has a bigger upside right now. I think later on the season, I think Golden goes off.
Yeah. Do I trade?
Watch this blow up in my face like it has been all season already.
Yeah, right. Do I trade London for Rome? 2 and 3 in a must win. See,
I like Rome's target share.
Yeah, me too. I don't get this trade though. Like trading receiver for receiver, and like look at where we drafted these guys. Like they were about the same. We drafted both. I took Odunze 211, London 302. Like, this is a very even trade. I think like you like Odunze a little bit more. I think I agree, but it just seems like, why do this trade? It's just like Kenny and I were talking about this. Like, it's like, hey, I'll trade my 2017 Honda Accord for your 2017 Honda Accord. It's like, oh, okay. Like, what are we really doing here?
I think in that aspect, I look at offensive line, and I like Chicago's offensive line better than I like Atlanta's offensive line there.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's definitely true. The internet has this one right. Arch is the football version of Bronny James. Yeah, I think so too. So far, look, he could improve for sure. Nico Jameson for BTJ Rice.
No.
No. Yeah, I would rather have Nico and Jameson.
I mean, they're trying to do the squeaky wheel narrative for James. Like, they didn't give. Like, I heard another podcast, I think last week or whatever, say like they didn't give up on RJ Harvey. So it's the same thing for Jameson. Like, don't give up on Jameson. You're like, okay, he had missed a couple catches. That doesn't mean they're not going to continue to try to keep feeding him the ball.
Right. Yeah. I think Jameson Williams had the most targets of on the team against the Browns. So that was 2 weeks ago. Also already a Bijan. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if you don't want to rely on the Land's offense, that makes sense. I'm mad about the Chiefs game still. They were at the 1 yard line after the PI. I needed ATN touchdown at 50 yards. He was at the 49 yards. Trevor Lawrence really tripped. Yeah, that's rough too. And we had I didn't have a big bet on the Chiefs. So Evan and I had them in the Circa Millions. We would have went 4-1 on the week. Same with Tom. Like, Tom and I would have went 3-2 on the week, and that lost. So it's always rough to lose 2 games in those contests. Especially like on that. Like, that was another inexplicable touchdown. The Lawrence falls down. Like, Chris Jones thinks the play is over, so he just stops, and like Lawrence gets up and runs in a touchdown. See, you know what happens there is it's like, if Chris Jones doesn't stop and like lands on Lawrence because like he's trying to make a play, they're gonna flag him for it. But so he doesn't, because he thinks the play's over, or he doesn't want to get penalized. So like Lawrence gets up and runs for a touchdown. It's like such BS. So frustrating. I traded Jamar Chase and MHJ for JSN and Tyrone McMillan. Thoughts? Sounds good to me. Yeah, you can't really rely on Chase these days. I know he just had a big game. He's going to have like a few big games here and there, but he's going to be so consistent.
JSN will be the next wide receiver that gets hurt.
Maybe, but JSN's been a monster. McMillan, he's going to have that second half of your bump that you were talking about with the rookies. And MHJ is just so inconsistent. So yeah, I like.
I don't believe in Ted though. I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't care. I've talked to a couple of people and they're like, this and that. I was like, nope. I agree with you, Walter. I think that was a reach. I don't think he's that good. He's kind of. I mean, Marvin Harrison, when Junior was also like drafted really high and everything, and he just hasn't shown. It's like, well, something's not working. Like, then trade him. Like, if it's not working, trade him.
Yeah, it's definitely fair. I have 8 chances my running back is rough. Well, he's doing well in PPR. He must be in standard league. I have Chuba Hubbard, Doodle, Michael Carter, RHJ, RJ Harvey, and Woody Marks all mid. Well, some of these guys will have the second half of the year bumps because they're rookies. RHJ and Woody Marks, and like I said, H.N. still doing work as a receiver, so he's valuable there. Hubbard's unfortunate he got hurt, but you have Doodle though, so it's not like too bad. Like I've seen worse running back cores.
Like what is left? Like if is there anything left in your league that you can share that maybe it's like, oh, try this. Maybe it could be better in the second half, or maybe you just have to play Doodle and Carter or whatever for now and for a couple weeks until you can get over the hump. Like I've been in those situations before too, and like points are points at that point.
Yeah. Peyton was garbage rookie year. I think he's got time. That's definitely true. Eli was garbage his rookie year too. I traded Derrick Henry for Breece Hall, and that's won me my matchup. But yeah, that's I think I was about to say Hall has a great playoff schedule, but so does Henry. So it's like a fair trade, I think. But like for the intermediate, I think you'd rather have Henry. I think for the long haul, I'd rather have for the intermediate, I'd rather have Hall. For the long haul, I'd rather have Henry, like going into the playoffs, because like there's a chance that the Jets just blow with their team. If they bench Fields, it's like the offense is going to get worse. So
I actually think I would rely a little bit more on Henry. And here's my reasoning for it. Now I understand Derrick Henry is old, but remember when he was with the Titans and the Titans were just terrible, where they just kept feeding him the ball. I could see the Ravens just doing that now too, because they're like, okay, we have a terrible quarterback situation. What are we going to do to even have a chance to win? Keep feeding Derrick Henry the ball.
Yeah. I think I like Henry a lot in the second half of the year, but I also like Hall a lot in the second half of the year, unless they bench Fields. That's the one issue. Right. I almost thought this said Johnny Abruzzi, which I was like, oh my god, the Chicago mob boss. And John Abruzzo says trade Mahomes and Jacoby for Lamar. So like there's upside here for sure. Like if you get healthy Lamar week 8 onward, like that's gonna look great. But what if you don't? Like that's
I mean, if Baltimore is like the Bengals right now, where it's like their defense is so terrible that it's like the only way for them to win games is Lamar throwing it. Okay, I like that. I like that thought process. Then it's a better trade. But if it's just like if this team is just bad, like what's Lamar going to do?
Yeah. I think the Ravens are going to rebound once Lamar comes back. Like they're going to have Stanley healthy. You would think some of the defense players healthy. Like I think they're going to be a good bet to win the division after they get crushed by the Rams.
And I guess if the Chiefs figure out their running back situation too, then Mahomes is no longer your running back leader.
That's true.
No longer RB1, I should say.
Yeah, I think John, if you can afford to take a hit the next 2 weeks, then I think you do this. But if you're desperate for wins and you can't afford to take a hit, then you don't. So how funny it would be if like Johnny Abruzzi was actually listening to this podcast. Is like, I'm going to change my last letter to O instead of I. They'll never figure this out. It's like Chicago Mall boss listening to us. Do you think the Ravens will fire John Harbaugh since it seems like the players have quit on him? No. I like look, week 8 when they get Lamar back and everyone, they'll be fine.
That's like the Chiefs saying they're going to fight. That's like the Chiefs saying they're going to fire Andy Reid if they don't make the playoffs. It's like no, that's not happening.
Right. Okay. Anyway, we have a few more games to talk about. We have Redskins 27, Chargers 10. The Chargers got out to a 10-0 lead, and then things fell apart. They had so many penalties on the offensive line. There's like one drive where they hit a big play, big pass play, holding, brought it back. The next play, it was like 2nd and 29, and like Herbert connects on like a 30-yard pass to Keenan Allen. Holding, take it back. Like it's like it's like so frustrating here. But the Redskins are a good team. I think we can say that now. I know I'll get yelled at by some people in the chat, but I do think they're a good team. Jane Daniels looked not great, but good. And then Ja'Cory Crossing-Merritt, that was like a breakout game for him. 14 for 111, 2 touchdowns. I think this is going to be what we see in the second half of the year. Debo was great. Again, no McLaurin yet, who will be back soon, I think. The news for the Chargers that Hampton got hurt, so it's going to be Vidal or Haskins. So we touched on that earlier. We have no idea who that's going to be. And then, between Allen, Johnson, McConkey, they're all going to produce, but the Chargers don't have the blocking right now. So really, those guys will do better when the Chargers play teams that can't get to the quarterback, like Miami coming up. So that could be a nice rebound for them. Any thoughts on this game?
I had to think about that for a second when you said JCM's real name. I was like, who? Like, Bill. Yeah, Bill. Yeah.
Bill. Bill Kosky. Actually, he prefers to go by JCM apparently now. So we have that.
What was it? What was it? It was a couple of years ago. You kept changing someone's name every single week, and I can't remember what the name of what it was. It was like a pronunciation, or someone wanted to be changed. Was it Robbie Anderson or something like that, or?
Was it Devon A-Chan, because he went from A-Chain to like A-Chan?
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bijan did the same thing, because apparently he said, well, we called him Bijan the whole time, and then in the summary he said, "Oh, my pronunciation was Bijan." And so I was like, "Oh, he's Bijan." But then he said, "Oh, I prefer Bijan." So it's like, it's actually Bijan, but I prefer Bijan. So he's like still Bijan. So there was that. And then Robbie Anderson became Robbie Chosen. There's Chad Ochocinco, of course, Chad Johnson. And then he had a bunch of names. So we've had a bunch of these guys over the years. We had Lions 37, Bengals 24. This Bengals 24 was complete nonsense. It was all garbage time. So they traded for Joe Flacco. So I don't think that's going to help matters. Instead of a young quarterback who makes turnovers, they have an old quarterback who makes turnovers. It's kind of like the same thing. Chase was awesome, but it's going to be consistent with Browning. Higgins is not going to do much with Browning. St. Brown, another great game. Laporta looked awesome against bad defense. Gibbs didn't do much on the ground, but 2 catches, 33 receiving yards and touchdown. Montgomery was the leading rusher. So any thoughts on this game?
No, I didn't get to watch this game, but from my understanding, was it Detroit just took their foot off the gas or something?
Yeah, they just gave up at the end. Yeah.
So
they had the win in hand. They just gave up.
Now I know preseason there was a big concern about their offensive line as well. Mm-hmm. I mean, now you're looking at this. You can look at this line, or you can look at this stat line, and now say that, okay, well, was Detroit's defense, well, they were so dominant. Now they had the Bengals, like one of the pretty much the worst team in the league right now.
Yeah,
they could look at that and say, well, is Detroit's defense starting to show its true colors? Like maybe they actually didn't. Maybe they didn't actually put their foot off the gas. Maybe they actually were struggling. Maybe the Bengals kind of figured something out. It's like, oh, well, we might be losing, but we can see some holes here.
They did lose. Detroit lost 2 starting cornerbacks in this game to injury. They lost DJ Reed and Terrion Arnold. Now, Arnold hasn't really played that well this year, but still he was a recent first-round pick. And then DJ Reed was playing very well for them, and so he's out. So it's looking at their depth chart. Like I think that their cornerbacks will be Rock Ya-Sin and Amik Robertson heading forward, which is not great. And then their offensive line didn't have Taylor Decker, their left tackle. And they already have issues on the interior. So it could be a rough game for them against the Chiefs, missing all these players.
And Chiefs probably have this circle too ever since they got beat week 1.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, the Chiefs, they don't need motivation here. They're 2-3. Like, they lose this, they're 2-4. Like, they have to win this game. Whereas the Lions are coming off 4 straight wins. It's definitely a great spot for the Chiefs. So we'll definitely be talking about that game Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday with Andy, and then Evan, and then Tom. So the 2 more games here.
Patriots back in your mindset, because you've been so good about over the years of like finding like these little like mismatches with the with offensive defenses, and just like it was a couple of years ago when like the Chargers had someone that went down, and like no one except yourself picked up the fact of, oh, now it's like a tight end funnel or something like that. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm on whatever you're saying here, and I just kept playing tight ends against Chargers for like 2-3 weeks before the public got onto that. Like, oh, there's a distinct hole here going on because of this injury. I'm like,
yeah,
you're so good at that. So it's like, now that we're seeing all these injuries, like start finding all these like key ones again, where it's like, oh, we found floodgates sort of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely worth looking at the injury report, unless you're talking about the Jets, and then it doesn't matter how injured Dallas is. Yeah, those is ridiculous. Anyway, Patriots 23, Bills 20. Signature win for the Patriots. First in the Vrabel regimes, nice one. Drake May looked really good, only 8 incompletions. And he didn't run for very much. So it's actually like his worst fantasy game of the year, but great real life game for him. Stephon Diggs looked great. Second week in a row, he's looked awesome. He's rounding into shape. My concern is that he's still a 31-year-old coming off a knee injury, and that gives him a lot of risk. So if I had Diggs, I would try to trade him right now at the very top. With the Bills, you have Josh Allen, who didn't have his best game, but not a bad game either. James Cook couldn't run on New England. New England, I think they're number 7 against the run or something. They're up there, so not a surprise that James Cook couldn't get anything going. And then Kincaid had a monster game. Keon Coleman caught a touchdown, but didn't really do much else otherwise with the yardage. So what are your thoughts here?
Well, I agree with you with Diggs. Like, definitely sell high sort of player. Well, he's definitely plays on emotion. He always has. Like, I remember them saying, or with his postseason or his post game interview, he's like, oh yeah, like I've calmed myself down or something of that sort. I'm like, I think you're still the same person. I think now that you're just in the spotlight after a big game, it was just like, okay, well, you wanted to say something, but I think he's still just an emotional player. He's playing with revenge, that sort of thing. So that's probably why his stat line was so great here. So
as Parrot was saying, Quacky killed his call. Yeah, both he and Evan had the Patriots here. I didn't bet either way. And then Monday Night Football, Jaguars 31, Chiefs 28. We talked about the Lawrence touchdown already. There was another instance where the Chiefs had a chance. 3 guys had 4 chances and an interception. They dropped it. It was a 14-0 game, and that could have really turned things like more toward the Chiefs, and the Jaguars could have been out of it. But it was. The Jaguars came back, and then the Chiefs came back, and then the Jaguars got that pass interference.
Fest for a while. It was like, what are we watching here?
Yeah. The Jaguars got the PI in the end zone, and then Lawrence ran in. It was a great game to watch. Just a frustrating ending. Thomas 4 for 80. He's not going to get it done, but not bad. If you throw in a touchdown there, he has a great fantasy game. So maybe we have to wait until he gets his touchdowns. He's definitely like a buy low at this point. But Travis Hunter, maybe they figure out how to use him down the stretch. He had a great 44-yard reception. And then we had Chris bringing up Johnny Munt, who had 1 catch for 7 yards. Brenton Strange just got put on IR. Yeah, so Strange on IR. That's it's disappointing for the Jaguars because he was a big weapon for them. For the Chiefs, they had Thornton, nice game. We had the Xavier Worthy over 4.5 receptions. He got there. But the big news is that Rashee Rice is coming back after 1 more week. So they're finally going to have their full offense together for the first time all year. First time in like 2 years, basically. So, any final thoughts here on this final game?
I think I'm going to take credit for something I remember saying preseason on one of our preseason pods together was, I think Kareem Hunt is your RB1 on this team. Like,
yeah.
And I'm going to take credit for that. And even though it's not a huge win in my book, but it's just something's going on with Pacheco, or they just, they're relying so much on Kareem Hunt that it's just okay. Maybe they want to stick with Kareem Hunt instead of going with Kamara. Who knows? But I think that Pacheco is really something of it's kind of like when what was that running or who was that running back of the week one a couple of years ago that was like that took over for the Chiefs? It was like everyone was shocked about that. Some hyphenated last name.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yes, CEH.
Yeah.
When like he took over, and it was like everyone was shocked about that, and it was like, well, Chiefs were just ready to make a change, and I think Chiefs should be making that change right now, at least making Hunt as your RB1, making Pacheco as RB2. And if that doesn't work out, I think you need to go after like a Kamara or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I do think that there's a trade going to happen. That's a good call on your part. Pacheco is, I don't know what happened to him. It just like ever since he had that injury, just not been the same at all. One last question here. Jay asking Dart, Tua, or Rodgers if Lamar is out again. So Rodgers has Cleveland. That's pretty tough. Tua plays against the Chargers, and you could maybe use in there Dart against the Eagles. It's a tough spot for Dart. Eagles defense is gonna be mad after that loss.
I think you stash Rodgers for week 8 because that's when he's playing against the Bears.
Yeah.
I don't know why you still have Tua, to be completely honest, unless you still think that. I guess Tua is kind of relevant right now just because he's thrown to Waller.
Yeah. I think I would go Tua here. I think he's the best matchup.
I agree with you there.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it for the show. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you, especially to the boss for the $4.99 super chat. Really appreciate the boss. Like I said, like this is going to help out a lot just because these YouTube ads pay nothing right now. So really appreciate it. Butters, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Thanks for filling in for Kenny.
No
it's a big help for sure.
Banish me to the bridge, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought great show tonight. Anything else? Any final thoughts? Anything you want to plug?
No, I'm just I'm just excited for this week, and now we're starting to see, with the injuries, I credit Andy as well for saying, I think it was last week, that now we've got now we can start actually looking at defensive matchups to kind of start actually like predicting a little bit more of the future with what's going on with the rest of the season. So, and then picking out those injuries or those spots. I keep being kind of a broken record saying, like, if you're in fantasy and you think you'd like a running back, considered a tight end as well. I found success that they're kind of one and the same in some ways. Where, I mean, look at Saquon Barkley and Goddard. I mean, Barkley didn't do anything, but then Goddard got 2 touchdowns, like things like that.
Right. Yeah. Drew says already lining up to grab Theo Johnson because seems like he's the only legitimate threat in that passing game. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Theo Johnson's going to have a nice a few performances here. Slayton's not out for the year though, but if in the intermediate, he's going to be really good. So I already like them. So
who's the other tight end that was with the Giants too?
Daniel Bellinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's more of a blocker. Like Theo Johnson's more the passing game guy. So they're going to run a lot of 2 tight end sets now. They don't have that many receivers. So it makes I wouldn't add Bellinger, but if you're in like a super deep league or something, then maybe that. But Theo Johnson's the guy you want. So, all right, guys, thank you so much once again. Please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store, visit walterfootball.com for tons of free content with the NFL. We'll be back tomorrow with Andy. So we're going to talk about week 6 NFL picks against the spread. So looking forward to hearing what Andy has to say and finding out what Andy's top picks are. So join us then. Butters, once again, thank you for joining us tonight. And everyone, once again, thank you so much and have a great night. And I'll talk to you tomorrow night.